Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with the IGN Xbox team, joined by the right hand, or the left.
I'm on your left today, though.
That's true. We switched places from last time. Mitch Dyer, we're talking about Halo 4 Spartan Ops campaign. We're doing weekly recaps, of course, giving our commentary, our thoughts on each week of the downloadable episodic series. So this week, Mitch, we are looking for a science team. Science. One of the chapters.
Gotta find those geeks, those eggheads.
They are, in fact, the chapter is called For Science.
Science.
Maybe a little Portal reference there.
Maybe.
I'm not sure, but anyway. So my thoughts on this week's episode were, as one thing got better, the story. Via the cinematic, the opening cinematic.
Yeah.
Another thing, the gameplay, got a little less interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of bored with this one, right? I don't want to speak for you, but I mean, I know I was. I was kind of tired of seeing the same levels again, because with episode 2, you basically run backward through the same stages you did in episode 1. They change up the format a little, you diverge on different paths, but aesthetically, it is the same thing.
By and large. So the cinematic, the opening cinematic was like,
is great.
Awesome. So the artifact that we got at the end of episode 1, the very, very end of episode 1,
has a purpose.
Is now being poked at and prodded at by the scientists on the UNSC Infinity.
Artifact doesn't like that very much.
And yeah, so some scientist dude pokes it and he gets covered in light.
He has a data purge.
And then he gets sucked into it.
Yeah.
Or teleported somewhere, something.
Yeah, your conspiracy theory was that, a lot like they mentioned in the campaign, this artifact might be sucking up humans, and that would be how they continue to live.
Oh. Yes, that could be.
So things are happening. That's really cool, because in the first episode, nothing really happened. We met the team. We met Crimson. We spent a little more time with Sarah, who, by the way, I don't really like her.
She's kind of generic, right?
Yeah, it's just I'm an army girl.
Yeah,
I'm cranky.
I'm
and
tough.
I'm the boss.
Yeah. Anyway,
most of the dudes are that way too.
But the cinematic was awesome, where the scientist gets just sucked into this table-sized artifact. Like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, for the first time in this, now I wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I'm definitely more interested in the story. But then we get into the gameplay, and we start with Chapter 1 is literally a repurpose. It is part of Level 2 from the campaign.
Yeah.
Where you're coming up into that base after you initially crash land and go through that first wide open valley. That first structure you come to, that's what we're playing in here. Chapter 2. We're going through Cauldron backwards, which was Chapter 5 of Episode 1, as we're looking for the missing science team.
Down through the lava canyons again.
Exactly, exactly. And then Chapter 3 this week was the same as Chapter 3. It's the exact analog from Episode 1, where it's the Forerunner structure, where you're getting to the top of it, you're fighting your way to the very top of it, just as you did last week, except that here, this was for me the highlight gameplay-wise. Shooting down the phantoms at the end.
That was awesome.
Was cool. They gave you Spartan lasers or rocket launchers.
While elites with swords are just
you're just getting mauled by like. There was one point where it was literally like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Where I tried to come up the ramp and I just got mauled by the entire hallway filled to the brim with them.
I could only get like one Spartan laser shot off before I died every single time.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Of course, we were playing on Legendary because we gotta accomplish those challenges, get those weekly Spartan Ops challenges in the bank. And then we missed the achievement for this week in our first playthrough, which was you have to keep one of the Marines alive.
They're all dead.
They didn't make it. So we'll just go back through again on easy now that we've done it once on Legendary to get that achievement. So then Chapter 4, back to good old Sniper Alley once again, which of course was the second chapter last week and the first week.
It made me realize
that big choke point.
Yeah, but it made me realize that choke point works both ways against you. Like you come down and you think, oh, I have the high ground. No. So you think, oh, the Covenant must have the advantage because they're down low. There must be something. No. Nope, they get you in that choke point again.
And finally, Chapter 5, the finale this week, gameplay-wise, was simply Chapter 4 from last week.
I'm so confused.
You need to play them more, Mitch.
Yeah, I know.
We played them like 4 times each. How do you not have them singed into your brain by now?
4 is 2, and 3 is 5, and 5 is 3.
Well, the point is they're literally all completely repurposed from somewhere. Mostly Spartan Ops Week 1, but then of course the one campaign section as well. So I wonder how this is going to go. They can't keep this up
I hope not.
For 10 weeks.
I'm enjoying Spartan Ops, but playing episode 2, I was kind of bored because it was the same environment, because it was a lot of the same enemies.
And you know what, too? I really enjoyed the vehicle section, chapter 1 last week with the vehicles.
Yeah, that was great. More of that,
I would love to have one of the 5 chapters each week be some sort of vehicle section. Like, how about a Scorpion tank? Sure. I would love a Scorpion tank.
It's probably a pacing thing. Like, I'm sure they're going to build up to a lot of stuff like that. I almost wonder, wouldn't it be awesome if you and I both got to take Pelicans or Broadswords eventually? Do you think they're going to go that grand, or are we going to stay fairly simple, wave-based, almost firefight-esque missions?
I'd say 50-50 on that. Pelicans, maybe. I think Broadsword, no way. That seemed like a very huge. Well, it was a very tailored experience in the campaign, and that required very specific level design, obviously. So I don't think we'll see that, but I do think there's an outside shot at a Pelican section.
I would enjoy that.
That would be awesome.
Let's mix it up a little. Get a little more than the same 5 environments, the same enemies. I mean, we have a limited number of enemies, but again, as much as I enjoy Halo, this week has the same problem as last week, where it's like, here's 100 crawlers, kill them. And that's not terribly exciting. I'd like to see more, like I said last time, more Covenant versus Prometheus.
Yes. One final point on the level design and the reuse of these spaces. I wonder if we'll see it go in sort of 2-week chunks. Are we going to go back and then go forward and then back through? And 1 week, next week, and then
5 new levels,
and then 5 new levels for week 3, and then back through those in reverse in week 4, and then so essentially, I wonder if we're going to see 5 sets of levels essentially that we're going to go through twice each.
I mean, I don't envy 343 having to either recycle levels or build new ones, because both of those are not ideal options.
Sure.
Right? Like, they have to develop these, they have to design counters around them, they have to create interesting level design. That's a lot of work for free.
Of course.
Download. So it makes sense that they're going to recycle this, but as players, I just think it's not nearly as interesting as shaking things up.
However, in what would not be 343's defense, in players' defense, it is 343 who came out and promised all this stuff when we didn't know anything about it. Like it could have been. It's not like we had really any kind of built-in expectation. We weren't really sure what it was going to be, and so now that it's some recycled stuff. The first 2 weeks was like, well, wait, this is not quite going down a path that I'm into. They could have done, maybe they could have done Spartan Ops as 5 weeks and not recycled anything. But I don't know. I mean, I'm certainly not judging the entire Spartan Ops season 1 just
we are enjoying it,
of course. But yeah, I'm definitely very curious about episode 3, simply because if they don't do some new spaces, I'm going to start to get a little bored.
Me too. We'll find out next week, I suppose.
So tune back to IGN next week for our episode 3 week recap. And in the meantime, we've got more Halo 4 content than you can possibly shake a Covenant grunt at. So keep it locked to IGN.